Let me move this out the way. All right, back at it, back at it, back at it. Second review of the day, Two Black Sheep. Thank you so much for tapping back in. Thank you for sticking with us. If you haven't checked out the Chance the Rapper album review for the big day, go ahead and tap in with that. That's also right here on the YouTube feed. If you are listening to the audio feed, that is also available for you everywhere you listen to podcasts. So if you're listening to this on the audio feed, then you'll see that the Chance the Rapper thing is it's right there too. But right back at it. Two Black Sheep, another one for you. Sheep one is Sheep two. Goldmine and Graham. I'm Graham. That's Goldmine. What's up, dog?
What's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah, this is number 7, episode 7.
Yeah.
We talking about Mr. Cordae. Is it YBN?
Ybn Cordae.
YBN Cordae and his album The Lost Boy. This is his debut album. Unlike Chance,
This is an
this
actual
is an
debut
actual debut album. And I'll just give my overall thoughts right now, and then we can deep dive into it. But my overall thoughts, this was a phenomenal debut album, and it was real refreshing to hear one of the newer artists actually be vulnerable and tell you about them. Because I learned a lot about Cordae in this album, which is pretty dope.
Yes, he was very open on a couple of these joints, and it was surprising, refreshing, and yeah, I thought this was a solid debut album, an actual debut album. Yes. So
Yeah.
overall, I'll agree with you there. The Lost Boy, when I heard the album title, I didn't really understand it. I'm like, why is he the Lost Boy? I thought, like I don't know, like for some reason, like I just when I saw the album title and the album cover, I was kind of turned off. I didn't like the artwork. I didn't understand the cover. I was just like, what's going, like I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't know what to expect. But I was glad that I don't know. It turned me around really quickly too, by the way. But
Question: Where's Cordae from? Chicago?
have no idea where this kid is from. Let's find out.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Chicago.
I don't think he's from Chicago.
I don't think so either.
He's from Raleigh.
He's from North Carolina.
He was born in Raleigh and he was raised in Suitland, Maryland. There we go.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
hmm,
So DMV baby.
yeah. I feel like the artwork was all right. I just had to go back to it and look at it again.
I ain't like the
I'm
artwork.
looking at it right
I
now.
still don't like the artwork. I don't like that kind of animation. I don't know. I felt like it looked like a book cover. Like I should see that.
It's new age. I feel like a few of these newer artists did this type of animation on their like single artwork and everything as well. So might be the wave, the young wave.
No thanks. Music's good though.
Music is great.
Music is great. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I was anticipating this album just off of his buzz, off of his freestyles that he's done at the different radio stations and his features that he's been on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been on a crazy wave, and I think a lot of people have been anticipating this album to hear some good rapping. He's
Yeah, he's the
definitely a J.
rapper.
Cole baby.
He's the rapper of the YBN crew, like
Yeah.
the lyricist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got some bars. But jumping into the album, let's see. Starts with track 1, Wintertime. I think it was a good intro. I think it was a solid song. He shed a little bit of his past. I mean, he shared a little bit of his past in Wintertime to open up. And I was like, okay, this is decent. So I was off the intro. I knew where the direction of the album was going, and he continued that direction throughout the album, which I appreciated.
Yeah, he carried it pretty well too. He carried it pretty well, if I do say so myself. I enjoyed the intro too. That
Yeah.
was one of the records that I that I liked on the track. Let me move this.
Okay. And then he put "Have Mercy," which was a single, as number 2.
Mhm.
Which I felt like that was a cool Lucy when he had dropped it.
Yeah, that
And
was cool.
yeah, I felt like it wasn't a hit, but it wasn't a miss either.
Right. Yeah, I have that as didn't really matter or not. Like I like the song, but it didn't really matter to me whether or not that song actually made the cut. I actually I like that location ship song that he had put out. I think like back in
I
like
like that
March
too.
or April, and I was
I
surprised that
like
that
that
wasn't on
too.
the album, but I can understand.
Yeah, it doesn't match this aesthetics
Yeah.
of the album, but I like that song a lot too.
Yeah.
So let's see. After Have Mercy, number 3 was a skit.
Yeah. So
Um, you know what? Which was kind of cool though. After listening to Chance album and listening to Cordae's album, skits might be coming back, man.
skits. Yeah.
Skits
Skits.
might be coming back, man. I've heard a few other rappers or a few other albums that had skits in it as well, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool to hear a skit again. You know, I
Mhm.
felt like
For a while, yeah, it
the
felt like
the
people
art
were
of
using it.
people doing skits like was lost for a minute. So that was definitely refreshing.
That is true. I like the skits. And people are using them. I feel like the ones that are using them correctly. Like they're using them not just like to have a skit on the album, but they're using it to actually like build the story of the album and the plot lines and all of that. Like so, yeah,
Exactly,
I'm with
exactly. That's why I'm like, this shit's kind of nice to have it coming back.
you. Right. So yeah, I agree with the skits. The next joint, the Bad Idea joint with Chance, that one, that was another one of the joints that they released ahead of the album. Um, this was
Yeah,
alright. This song was alright. It wasn't. It didn't really make me. It didn't really make me like excited for the album. It was just like, okay, he's got a song with Chance. That's cool.
exactly, exactly. I felt the
But
same way about that.
I mean, it was
Um,
dope that he had the feature because it's just like you said, like the wave that he's been on and the features that he's been getting. A1 setting him up, perfect.
yeah, yeah.
Like the features on this album are amazing. Like there's great features on here, but then like what I thought about, none of the YBN dudes are on the album. Like you know what I'm
To
saying? Like
be
there's no Almighty J verse. There's no you feel me? There's no verse from the mirror or nothing like that or whatever. So it's like, yo, that's interesting. Um, but like we said, like the vibe and the aesthetic that he's going for, they may not have really fit, into the scope.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nah. The YBN features, they don't ever feature in each other. I don't know. They're the weirdest like clique group of friends. I feel like they were just internet buddies, and then like all decided to have this. That was probably like their gamer tag.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? Because like I play Xbox and everything, and you play in 2K, and some people have the same like gamer tag names. Like
Mhm.
YBN might be their gamer tag. So when they all got on in music, they kept that shit. But like they really don't do anything with each other. Like they're all their own separate people, which is kind of cool. But it would be nice to hear them all together.
Well, they did that tape last year, so they're like, maybe we'll do another one of those. But till
Maybe
then, we on our own
they all
hype.
got their own
You know
shit.
what
Yeah.
YBN stands for?
Nope. Do you?
Young boss niggas. Yeah, young boss niggas.
Mm,
There you go. So that's your YBN collective,
okay.
the
Okay.
young boss niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like this album should have been more of like this how Chance album should have sounded more of, or I would have expected more of like a Chance album to sound something similar to how this tape, how that song Bad Idea was.
Yeah.
Because I felt like Bad Idea was a Chance song.
And just kind of floated over.
Yeah.
See that?
But after listening to this album, I feel like Bad Idea for sure sticks with this album and the flow of it.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does.
I like the next track, Thanksgiving, a lot.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, I like that. I felt like the hook was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I felt like it was a really good album track.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a, in a sense, like it was kind of like a song for the ladies.
Yeah.
You know,
I could say that for sure.
that was like the closest that we got to like a, like a
The song for the
yeah,
females.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I feel like this whole album wasn't single based. It wasn't trying to be commercial. It was an actual debut album. He rapped about like his
His
life.
life up to that point, yeah. Like you
Yeah.
actually learned about this kid, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I really like this album because it was really personal. It was him being like, yeah, now I got y'all attention.
I'm really gonna
This
introduce
is who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is who I am. I'm not finna just give y'all any other content but what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of dope. You don't hear that nowadays. People chase singles, people chase hits. So they'll have an album full of just singles and no real understanding of who they are as a person.
Not to say
I
it.
don't know half these rappers or anything about half of these rappers now.
Yeah, they don't tell you about anything other than how many bitches they got, how many guns they got, how many, you feel me, how much money they got, you feel me? Like, and it's like, yo, what else?
Yeah, what else? Exactly. So it was definitely refreshing. Number 6 is one of my favorite songs, even though he dropped it as a single. I love this fucking song.
What'd you think of the J. Cole production?
It sounds like a J. Cole song. I mean, it sounds like a J. Cole beat for sure. But go back to my earlier sentiment that Cordae is a J. Cole baby.
Mhm.
Like
he did the old niggas joint when Cole dropped the 1985. He remixed
yeah.
that. He was talking about, you know what I'm saying, kind of
And like he has a pattern kind of like how Cole had. Like so I see I hear a lot of Cole in Cordae.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong, which is great actually. But so I feel like he fit perfect on that. And Anderson .Paak, he's so underrated.
He's so raw.
He's so fucking underrated. He's so dope. Like he's really dope. He should be way bigger than he is.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, so that song is a hit.
I like
let's see, number 7, Bored as Fuck.
Broke
I like Bored as Fuck.
Broke as fuck.
Is it Broke as Fuck? Yeah. My
Broke.
bad. Broke as fuck.
Because the last song was R&P, which was Rich Nigga Problems, and this is Broke as fuck.
Yeah. It sounded like drill music. The beat a little bit.
I didn't really care for this song.
You didn't?
Nah.
I thought it was pretty good.
You know, it would have
real
made me
personal on it.
You know, what would have made me care for this song?
What?
Schoolboy Q would have made me care for this song. I could see Schoolboy on this record.
Yeah. It has that beat that's why I said that drill music, that kind of off cadence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, beat was cool. But man, I really would have liked to hear Schoolboy on this record. Like that would have really made me.
That would have been hard.
That would have been hard for this song. But without Schoolboy or somebody like in that vein, yeah, it was just an okay song. Now the next song,
1,000 Words. One of my favorite songs on this album.
Okay, so yeah, this and another song that we'll get to is definitely my 2 favorite songs on the album.
I think I know your other favorite song.
Yeah,
but
Definitely.
1,000 words, definitely. He's super mature, bro.
Yeah.
His content is super mature.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 21. He'll be
21.
22 next month.
Yeah, he's super mature. Like the whole concept of this song and
Mm-hmm.
his execution was perfect.
The hook was raw. Like, yeah, all of it. All of it. Great song.
Yeah,
Great song. I want to
he's gonna have a long career.
that's bro. And the fact that he's this open right here, right now,
That's
and
why I said he's gonna have a long career.
yeah. And I don't know at what point he was working with Dre or he was in the lab with Dre and he got to play some shit for Dre. But I'm assuming, or I'm going to assume it's the Anderson Paak record, where he was able to get around Dre and they played him some shit like within the creation of that particular song. But I feel like there was a stamp that was given to him from Dre, and there's like he's gotten a stamp, you feel me, of approval from a lot
A
of people
few people.
that have like longevity. You feel me,
Mm-hmm.
Puff too. You feel me? So I just yeah, man. I'm interested to see where he goes because he put together a really good project, and yeah, 1,000 words is great. I want to see a visual for this record,
For
or
sure.
for the next song. Either way, don't matter.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna have a long career. I'll say it now. He's gonna have a longer career than the other YBN.
Nope. Almighty
Um,
J for sure. No offense, bro, but I'm
you
just
said Almighty.
yeah for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Almighty hanging on.
yeah. Little
Namir making noise still.
Amir might be like a little, you feel me? Like, yeah, he keep going with the hit maker, Tiger, City
Mm-hmm.
Girl. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
he's gonna have a little
yeah.
pocket.
Who
Sometimes,
is Almighty under?
um, rap a lot.
Rap a lot.
Isn't Amir rap a lot too?
No,
Or
I
no?
think Namir is like Def Jam or something.
I don't know about Def Jam. Maybe
He's somebody big, I want to say.
they all on something. Yeah, because this nigga is on Atlantic.
Yeah, they all on something.
Yeah, I can't say for sure, but yeah, the next record, the Way Back Home with Ty, that was kind of like
That shit's
I felt like that was a cool song. Kind of like I felt like that song had like a little bit of a contrast to the Bad Idea record. You know what I'm saying? I was saying
yeah.
like it might not be such a bad idea if I never make it home again. And then on this record, he's like, you feel me? I'm trying to find my way back home. So I'm like, okay, I like that.
He didn't sound like J. Cole on this song.
He definitely did.
He sounded just like J. Cole. I was like, oh my God.
He definitely
He
did.
sounded just like J. Cole. I like the song though, for sure.
Yeah.
Way Back Home. Of course, Ty kills any feature he's on. Ty kills any feature he's on. Still waiting for a Ty album. Another Beach House. I know it's coming soon.
It's supposed to be cool.
Yeah. Track 10 was Grandma's House Skit.
Yeah. Namir's on Atlantic too.
Oh, he's on Atlantic too?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I knew he was on some major.
Yeah. Yeah. So both of these, Cordae and Namir, are both on Atlantic.
Dang. And Atlantic is the one winning right now too.
Yeah.
Damn. Not saying nothing against Rap a Lot. But gotta get Almighty out there.
Yeah. Hooking back up with China or something.
Yeah, get him a Drake feature.
Oh. Should be able to
Let's
make
see.
that happen actually.
Yeah, that's why I said Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Should be able to make that happen easily.
Now the next few songs I felt like didn't really matter if they were on the album or not, in my opinion.
Okay, well, Been Around, it was solid. But Nightmares Are Real, you felt like that didn't need to be on there?
I didn't feel like that was the strongest Pusha verse, to be honest with you.
Wow. I felt like that track was fire.
It was all right.
I feel like that track was fire. I mean, I felt like it might not have been the strongest just because I felt like Pusha as a kid still. So I feel like Pusha maybe didn't want to rap about super drugs on that. It
Nah,
wasn't that type of track.
that
But
one.
Pusha was saying some shit still.
He was saying all of his drug references. They just didn't hit for me on this song.
Let it hit for you. Damn.
Yeah, the record just didn't hit for me.
I liked Family Matters too.
It was all right.
Damn. And I like We Gonna Make It.
Well,
I like all three of those.
that's my other favorite song.
Yeah, We Gonna Make It. I was gonna say
No,
Meek
wait.
smoked that.
Wait. What's number 13?
Family Matters
Okay,
with
so
Aaron
Family
Ray.
Matters, that one was cool. That one was cool.
Yeah.
Right. And I like how there was like at the end, there was like that crescendo when the choir came in and you feel me, supported it.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take that back. My bad. But yeah.
I'm like, what? That
Yeah,
shit was hard.
fuck
I
with that.
like Family Matters.
Yeah, I fuck with Family Matters. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And then
And We Gonna Make It.
with Meek, that's my other favorite record on this album.
Meek smoked that shit.
He killed it. I think this was like a really important Meek verse. You feel me? Like he's at a level like right now where he's like thinking like really clearly. As far as like the moves that
He on his Hove shit.
He's definitely in another pocket right now, and it helped assist, you feel me, this record, this album, you feel me, because man, like the sound of the This Can't Be Life, the same sample from that record, you feel me? I can't remember the original song right now, but that sample and Meek coming in with the hook the way that he did, and like you could feel like the words, like you could feel the pain in his voice. It's like Trauma. Like I felt like when you heard Meek on Trauma, like you could actually like feel the pain in his voice and like the shit, like the frustration and all of that shit. You could feel like every emotion of that record. I feel like this record, I could feel every emotion of this record.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was hard.
Meek probably has the best. He probably had the best mentors in the game to like mold him to where he is now. Like when he was a battle rapper and then got picked up by Ross.
First, he got picked up by Tip.
Yeah, by Tip. Yeah, let's say okay. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go back there. Yeah. We could start with T.I. Exactly, who already knows the ins and outs. You know, could teach him how to rap and make a song. Because T.I. could make a song, and then you go to Ross, who has an ear for like shit. Like Ross has an ear for the perfect music. The perfect music. Like, and then to pair that with being able to make a song that you get from Tip. You know what I mean? And then you learn how to level up with Jay. Yeah. Yeah. Meek should be like the ultimate cheat code. The ultimate cheat code. And he's reaping the benefits of that right now.
Yes. And just him being in that space, and then, you know what I'm saying, lending some of that sauce a little bit to Cordae's album, I thought was a nice touch. I thought it was a really nice touch. And I honestly felt like this record could have capped off the album for me.
Yeah, they could have ended it right there.
They could have ended it right here.
They could have ended it
next
right
song, there. the Lost and Found joint, which was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I guess in if we're talking about like title tracks and, you know what I'm saying, like it's not the Lost Boy, but the Lost and Found, like it goes with the theme of like the album and kind of bringing that together. I just didn't feel like that song really hit for me. If they would have ended it and capped it with We Gonna Make It, I thought that would have been a perfect ending for this album.
Yeah. I kind of felt the same way. I understand why he would want to put another solo track probably as his outro. You know, just as an introduction track. Like, I don't know, it seems like an old school formula. Don't end your CD, your intro CD with a feature. Throw another solo so people know that this is your CD. It's about you, blah blah blah. And that's how I kind of felt that maybe he took that approach, because he seems to have like an older mentality. Because this was a well polished album. It was well put together.
Beat selection was good.
Great. great. I will say that. Felt like all his features were pretty good, and they all fit where they were and what the song was about.
Yeah, everybody came with it on this. Production was hard. The features were hard, except for the joint that should have had Schoolboy on it, broke as fuck. Other than that, he put together a solid debut album, a really, really solid debut album. So
How many sheep you get us?
I'm a as a debut album, and for the content, the rapping, the features were really good. Like I didn't feel like one thing was out of place except the absence of Schoolboy. So you could take that record off. If I'm going off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records, and then there's 2 skits out of the 15 total. I'm gonna give this a 4. I'm gonna give this 4 sheep.
4?
I'm gonna give him 4 sheep. I'm gonna give him 4 sheep. Facts.
To be honest, I'll give him a.
See, you gotta think about it now, huh?
I'll give him 5. I'll go out on a limb and give him 5 because I think this album will age really well.
I think the only way that this album ages really well is if he catches on and he has another album that's really good, and like the longevity of his career is a little bit more apparent. I feel like he's got the formula down as far as the type of music to make, and you feel me, like where he wants his career and shit to go. But man, yeah, I can't go all the way and give him a perfect score right now. You know, I think I might have lost Ray. I think I might have lost Gold Mine. Let me let's see. Yep, he dropped off. Let's see. And he's right back in. So, but overall, I think this was a solid debut album. This shit was cool. This was a solid debut album for Ybn Cordae. So we got 4 sheep from Graham, and then we got 5 sheep from Gold Mine, and he's back.
My bad.
It's all good. Man dropped off the side of the flat Earth right quick, but he came right back. You feel me? Solid album though. In closing, solid debut album for Cordae. Definitely ready to hear more from this kid. Definitely ready to hear more from this kid. But what I was saying when you dropped off there, I'm like, I can't go on a limb all the way and give him the perfect score right now, just because I want him to have a little bit more. I want to hear a little bit more before we go there. You feel me? And I think I lost him again. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up. Ybn Cordae, 4 sheep from Graham, 5 sheep from Gold Mine. I don't know why he did that, but go ahead and follow us at 2 Black Sheep on Instagram, on Twitter. Heard It First playlist is dropping every Monday on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Send us your music links. You can tweet them to us. You could email them to at 2blacksheep@gmail.com. Other than that, man, just stay tapped in. We'll be back with some more album reviews, some hot takes, some little things, this and that's. You feel me? Looks like Ray tried to tap back in. Goldmine tried to come back. Oh, are you back? Are you back? Because I'm signing off here.
Yeah. It's all right. I'm having some difficulties.
It's all good. So you can hit me up if you want to hit me directly at Oh My God Graham. Hit Gold Mine at YR the Gold Mine on Twitter, and follow the show at 2 Black Sheep. Subscribe, rate, comment, all of that good stuff. Share. Give us some of them 5-star Apple reviews. You feel me? We could definitely use those. They definitely help.
Yeah. We need all of them.
Yeah, we need all that. You feel me? Gang, gang. But we about this thing. Ybn Cordae, 2 Black Sheep. It's the hustle.
The hustle.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah, peace.